game one as well. Like, it wasn't exactly highlights. It was just mines and farming for techies and destroying lanes. And then 17 minutes in, they're like, I guess we're done. We can't do this.
I don't think we can do this. Yeah.
I guess that's it. So now they're thinking about it. They're giving it thought. They're going, all right, Magnus ban. But what if, guys, hear me out, we don't ban techies?
Oh, God.
And they don't do it. Is this... Come on. Game one.
I think it'll be...
I
think it's tiny... I think it's Tiny first pick and Techie second pick for LGD.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Unless RNG are all of a sudden like, this Techie sure does work. Felix, how you feeling? You want to play some Techies? Oh my gosh. You think you could handle this? It would be interesting.
So RNG... Production, can you confirm this for me? But RNG are locked into third now. Is that correct?
Yes. Because
either way,
even if they win this, it goes Vici, LGD, RNG, and they go SAPPHIRE. They don't even go to the Tiny, but that's okay. The SAPPHIRE did really well in lane.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think the SAPPHIRE gives some good flex value as well. There's no Phoenix in the game, though, so it kind of loses that side of things, which is a bit of a shame. But
it's not like that was needed in that last game anyway. I don't think there was more than one Supernova. And there's the Tiny and Void. Okay.
But again, they have so much flex value between the SAPPHIRE and the Void that it just... we don't know where they're going to be laning anyway, right? I'd be surprised if they didn't go Venture, I think, on RNG. Is their like go-to?
The SAPPHIRE could be off lane. The SAPPHIRE could be mid. It could be 4. It could be 5. Void we've seen in the 4, and Void we've seen in the 1. I don't think I've seen Faith Beyond play that Void, but we'll see what they want to do. Spectre ban, Zeus ban. If Techies makes it and goes second phase pick again, it would have to be like 4th pick because you don't really want to... It would be the last pick of the phase, right? You don't want to give up what the Void's going to be at that point on that 3rd pick.
Yeah, I would say so. I also think the Techies looks much better when you're against a weaker laning support.
Mm-hmm.
So like this Venge is a good example. We had like Wisp last game as well, I think is another one, where the position 3 can't be punished too hard. I think the only other thing they could have picked on RNG, which might have been good, rather than the Venge, is like Oracle. Because... you have the Fate's Edict for the SAPPHIRE, you don't have to use the ult.
Yeah.
And then you can save people in Chronosphere as well. But Venge is definitely much more their kind of hero right now, I think. We saw it in game 1, didn't we, for Super? So.
Yeah, that was an interesting draft because I'm pretty sure we had multiple options for Royal Never Give Up. We, at one point, thought that was going to be a 3-position Venge. Because we were talking about how Chalice plays that. They went Viper and then immediately a Slardar ban for LGD. Like, no stop.
Okay. I mean, the Slardar ban makes sense, though. You know they're going to want to pick some physical damage cores, you would assume, with the Venge. So Slardar kind of like enables a lot of those cores as an offlaner. Lanes well against Void, potentially, if the Void's a position 1.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Jinky used to be playing the SAPPHIRE all the time before? It was quite a while ago now, when it first came out.
Even then, though, he was doing like Void Spirit, Ember Spirit in the 4th position. Yeah. Wasn't there that one series where he played Ember, Void, and Earth Spirit all in the same series?
Yeah. He's adding to his collection, dude.
Yeah. He's got such a big hero pool, and it's diverse.
No, it's weird. Don't call it anything else, please.
It's a weird hero pool. I agree.
You like have all the POS 4 players over here, and then like Jinkyu's like over here, just on his own little island. There's POS 4 players.
Night Stalker. Okay, so that might deter a Techies pick.
Might deter a position 1 Void pick.
Yeah,
because that hero doesn't enjoy playing against Night Stalker. It also allows them to get on top of the SAPPHIRE pretty quickly as well. with that
That's if
AoE
their waning
silence.
phase goes okay.
Yeah, true.
So probably your 5 here, right? There's the Chen.
Mm.
Interesting pick for Innocence.
Is it definitely Innocence, or does Faith Beyond play Chen? I actually don't know. I'd assume
Um,
it would be a 5 Chen, but
hmm.
because we've seen core Chens in the past, you know, like when 33 was playing it. I
I don't
know
think Faith Beyond plays much Chen.
down in the southeast as well. We obviously have Skem's been playing position 1 Chen as well, which has been really
Wow.
exciting for Neon.
Hmm.
Which I didn't get to watch a huge amount of, but unfortunately.
SEA.
No, just the Skem Chen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Faith Beyond's never played Chen in a pro game. There actually aren't many heroes that Faith Beyond hasn't played.
What are they? How many are there?
Um, 6, 12, 18?
That's not many.
No, it's not many.
It's quite
And
impressive.
Anti-Mage, Arc Warden, Bane, Chen, Huskar, Coddle, Lich, Lina, Medusa, Shadow Shaman, Sniper, Spectre, Storm, Viper, Void Spirit, Warlock.
Yeah, it's a lot of the. I'm surprised he hasn't played Void Spirit, but there's a lot of like core heroes there that he obviously just hasn't dabbled in as potential offlaners. You know, where's the Arc Warden 3, dude? Come on.
Yeah. Where's the Anti-Mage 3?
They need a way of dealing with this Pugna right now, and I don't know what that's gonna be, but and they need stuns as well. I think on LGD, because if this Void does end up being a 4, what I don't want to see is them being really reliant on Chrono again to find kills and pickoffs.
Yeah, because that's what we saw in the first game, and it ended up going pretty poorly, to say the least.
Yeah.
Brewmaster.
Wow.
So that looks more like a Faith Beyond hero to me. Probably putting, well, Sapphire could be mid, but I would assume more so than not that Jinkyu will be on the Sapphire.
Yeah, I mean, they can flex the Snapfire to a last pick, but it's going to be 3. I think it's probably going to be 3 Brew, 4 Snap, 1 Void, 5 Chen, right? Like they do have a little bit of flex value with the Void and the Snapfire, but I think it's pretty much set here that they should need a mid. I mean, Brewmaster Snapfire sounds like a pretty good lane.
Yeah. I agree with that. More of
Brew's really good
anti-mage
against...
ban. Ooh, are they? Storm? Are they thinking Storm on LGD?
Doesn't look like a great Storm game. I mean, it's
No,
okay.
right?
Are they going to ban
the Storm ban.
Dude, speak up. You're so smart.
I try my best, man.
I think they need something that's not so like cooldown based here. That just fights. Like, I mean, the Void, something like Void Spirit's still in the pool, but it looks like a really hard Void Spirit game. And I think they need some like burst damage to be able to kill people quickly here. Because at the moment they have like Split, they have Kisses, and they have Chrono, which are like all big spells.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh.
I'm coming back up.
I
I'm
love
coming. Don't worry.
it. I love seeing it. I wish LGD was
Jesus.
playing another series after this. I really do.
So it's going to be mid Snapfire,
Ugh.
4 techies.
5 Chen.
It's not as. Do you know what? It's not as easy of a techie game as techies game as last time, though. I don't think. It's not. You know, it's not hard. I don't think, but it's definitely not as easy because they have much more tempo this time on RNG, and they have much better gap close with like Tiny Blink. They've got Night Stalker. You know, Pugna offers a lot of burst damage as well. I'm really excited for Pugner to decrep his teammate as the blast off's about to come through. That's going to be really fun.
And Phantom Lancer.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I've lost the will to live at this point. This is something else. Okay, so it's a pretty good PL game, to be fair. They don't really have any way of dealing with illusions. Obviously, they've got the Dispel on the Storm Panda, which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, especially in the laning stage, I feel like PL should have a relatively good time. You know, with this... actually, I don't know, with having Avenge 5. Brewmaster Techies doesn't sound like an easy lane to play into.
Not really. Gosh.
So it's going to be Setsu Night Stalker.
And
SRF Pugner.
So you were talking about how Techies and this, Snapfire had done well in lane against a weaker support, but now it's a mid Snapfire, off lane Brewmaster. Is Brewmaster Techies still like good to go against Phantom Lancer Venge?
Yeah, I think Techie should be fine. Because like we were saying, it's all about the support to support matchup, I think. Like, Venge doesn't deal with Brewmaster massively well. So Jinky should be able to find some space in the jungle to carry on stacking camps like he did before.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to see what build Void goes for as well. Like, what item build he goes for, and what item build the Brewmaster goes for as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we say, they are a little bit cooldown reliant, I think, having the Chrono and the Split available. I will say, though, I really like what RNG are doing with this and letting the techies through, though. I think it's really important that you try and break this hero so that you don't have to first phase ban it against LGD. Or ban it against them in general. Because the fact that you might have to... we talked about this before. I think we talked about it yesterday or the other day. But if you allow LGD to make you ban techies against them, you're effectively having to use a ban against them that you wouldn't have to use against any other team. And LGD don't have to ban against you. So coming into the series, they already have an upper hand with the draft. So I think it's important they find a way to deal with this hero.
Yeah, teams need to start finding a way to deal with it. Giving up a first phase ban on the techies, which I guess RNG refused to do, is something that, like you said, is a big deficit.
30 seconds to battle.
They could really set something up here. Over bottom.
They can, but Chen's not that strong at level 1. I mean, I honestly think PL can go for this rune.
The battle begins.
Blast off's certainly going to be interesting. If you were to use it.
Could have done, but wants to save it for the dual blast off in the laning stage on the Venge and the PL. I can respect that. Where does this tiny ward up in the top lane? Did you see that?
Where?
With
the tiny?
Goal? That was the tiny up in top lane with the goal.
I did not see that.
Get a football straight against the creep wave that was coming towards the lane.
Better keepers than Liverpool. Whoa.
So this is an interesting mid matchup, though. I feel like Night Stalker should do okay in this lane, but Snapfire, we've seen the potential that she has in this laning stage. Really strong hero. But who was the guy that was it? XM that played Midnight Stalker the other day?
Yeah. Just 1 second.
So yeah, we had a Midnight Stalker the other day, and I mean he absolutely owned. It was so sick to watch. Void trading with this Pokemon up in the top lane, but yeah, down bot. This PL gone for the double ring of regen. So he should be fine up against that Brewmaster and Techies just with that extra sustain in the laning stage. Oh, Jinkyu with the blast off down in the bot lane. Beak up just having a quick issue for a sec, guys. So you get the Mo Farah play-by-play. Lucky you guys. I'm sure you're all very excited for that. Laning stage going pretty well so far for LGD, though. I mean, RNG obviously doing okay on this Night Stalker in the mid lane, but aside from that, this Puck is starting to struggle a little bit up in the top lane, especially with the lane pushing in towards the Void.
I'm back. That was interesting.
You saved chat. Save chat from me.
Yeah, I heard a huge bang outside. Kind of rattled the entire apartment. I have no idea what it was. But my roommate's still sleeping, so it may not have been as loud as I thought it was. I don't know. I kind of just was like,
It was a proximity mine down in bot lane, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah. Maybe I've got the bass
Blast
on.
off.
A little too loud. Godkin getting hit up very hard. And forced the doppelganger. Just really taking a lot of abuse.
Yeah, laning stage, they're not 2k net worth down already, so it's going better for RNG this game.
Yeah, because that was like instantly that they were down that much. What is he going into on Faith Beyond? He's gone 1-1-1 so far. I'm wondering at what point does Techies kind of leave the lane? And he's almost got this... we'll see what he goes for first, because last time it was Arcane Boots or the Soul Ring.
I think you... I mean, he goes Arcanes first, like, nearly all the time, right? I think before Soul Ring.
Mm-hmm. Basically,
Gonna go and try and secure that 4-minute rune here, though. I think one of the biggest buffs to this hero recently was the big increase in movement speed that he got, though, right? On the Techies.
Up top. Yeah, he's certainly able to move around quite a bit. 355 movement speed is no joke. That's for sure. So we're about 4 minutes in. Game's still sitting equal. It's not a 2K lead like we saw before, like you said just a second ago. So chat interaction. Thoughts. Press 1 for RNG. Press 2 for LGD. There's nothing to say gets low over mid.
This Chen really wants to find a creep that he can use to help this lane.
Bruce getting
It's a
low.
Puck.
Everybody getting low here.
Everyone's getting low, I think, this game.
GQ just naturally low. Double stack? Ooh. Does he get it? Nice.
I think something we might start seeing against this Techies is like more blocking of camps early on, I think, against him, especially in this like bot jungle as well. Because if you ward a camp, even if you force him to like buy a sentry or something, you're setting him back like quite a lot in terms of timings for the game.
First blood, and
Phoenix
then
as well.
Felix will end up dead and nothing to say.
Yeah, that's a really good rotation because like they play around this cat pot wave mid, but it also hits the 5-minute mark with Setsi, right? Like he instantly becomes such a really strong hero on this Night Stalker. So the two supports just roam to mid, and they're ready. Blast off. Oh.
Had his courier wait at the secret shop, so now he's got these arcane boots. Can he kill this before the 6-minute mark? Yep. But starting to get multiple mines here, and he's gonna secure the arcane or no? No, I mean he does technically secure it, but for himself, Mortimer's kisses down on the Felix. Got the Void to stop that, but the toss back on nothing to say. Fire Snap, Cookie, Scatter Blast gets in range to finish off the Tiny.
So we've got Blast Off, Cookie, Toss. I think they're the only aerial spells this game. Is that correct?
Cyclone.
Cyclone, yeah. Okay.
We go for Faith Beyond bottom. Setsu coming in, Magic Missile used, Doppelganger to stay on this Brewmaster. They'll get the kill.
Really nice kill there. Especially, like, they need to secure the PL's farm this game, because like we said, they have okay ways of dealing with it, PL on LGD, but none of them are, like, sustained damage, right?
Look at where Setsu
Dire's
is.
bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely not feeling as comfortable on this Techie's when you're getting attacked behind your tier 2.
But this is what I mean, like, Jinkyu's definitely not having as good of a time as he did last game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not insanely difficult, but it is harder.
SRF, he's in some trouble, tries to TP out. The Crepify and TP. Meanwhile,
Oh,
the Venge,
Super.
he's getting one more shot from the tower. They get the kill bottom. They have Innocence coming over. So there was a rotation over towards top to bring the Chen down bottom.
Good attempt by the Techies, sorry, the Night Stalker there, though. He tried to bottle up the Venge. Instead, he's just going to go for Shin Q here.
Not getting it.
He did stop him from stacking camps.
But that's the difference, too, with this build. Is that Jin-Q, I think, to feel safe, is taking that level in the stasis trap, right?
I think he just can't output the same amount of pressure with Blast Off as he could last game. So, like, there's no point in him putting a second point in it.
I guess he was more so using it to just farm the camps. He would stack blast off mines. Yeah.
I mean, he's using the mines to farm the camps. Oh, god damn.
Dire's top tower is under
Going down to
attack.
Faith Beyond solo.
I mean, this is the level 6 though, right? As soon as Brewmaster hits 6, he instantly finds a kill with the Primal Split, and it's a solo kill as well. And he's actually going, he went Ringer Tarask on the PL. That's interesting.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Long gone are the days of Ring of Trask first item Centaur.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh,
attack.
do you mean Ringer Tarask first time
Dire's top
everybody?
tower is under attack.
Like Wraith King was another one as well, all the time. This top lane, there's top tier 1 by the way on the Dire side is really starting to get low, but...
Oh, Setsu! Oh, Ame whiffing that chrono.
Radiant's middle
I think he
tower
tried to
is
get
under
too
attack.
cute with it. And put it in
Yeah,
between SRF as well as Setsu and just missed both. Toss back on a nothing to say. They've got the magic missile with the Nether Blast. Got the damage to take out this this Snapfire.
Yeah, game going pretty well so far. This Night Stalker's done a huge amount. Like in terms of not just the 2 kills he's taken part in,
Radiant's
but like the
middle
spells he's
tower
being
is under
forced on him, the
attack.
rotations that are being forced to be able to deal with this Night Stalker as well. So opening up the map a little bit more for God King. Like he has gone for this Midas first. So PL having a really good time this game, even after that death before.
So it's 1k lead for RNG.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think this one's more so the answer of will it be 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think this could be a late one. But it depends, like if this Night Stalker has a good time, like carries on having a good time, I think he could start to take over the game.
Radiant's bottom
Especially if he gets like a
tower is
decent
under
BKB
attack.
timing. Oh, Arcane Ring's a great item on him. He sends it back. Interesting.
Getting the double camp kill there for Techies, who's now level 6. Snapfire, of course, going into the Ags, so he's got enough for the point booster.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Blink Dagger for Faith Beyond.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talked about it. It's like game 1. They're very reliant on this chrono for lockdown, I think. So they need other sources of initiation as well. So this Blink on Brewmaster are going to be very helpful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane, Venge.
Close to getting kill on a super. One last shot to finish him off. Faith Beyond getting that kill. That's pushing him closer and closer to that Blink Dagger. Ame's actually swapped over towards the mid lane. He's still going for the Battle Fury. He's having as good a time as the Slark did in that last game.
I don't mind him going for the Battle Fury though. I think this is fine. When you play up against this PL, like we said, they don't really have a great way of dealing with illusions. So I think he's probably going to go for this Battle Fury Axe build.
Bottom lane, nothing to say. He's getting chased. Avalanche as well as the toss. Hand of God gets used as well as the Scatter Blast. They don't kill, nothing to
They
say
have
yet,
another
but
Void,
Setsu's
though.
coming over, and now there's the Chronosphere. So onto that is Mortimer's Kisses. The damage on the Setsu. Void stops it. Scatter Blast misses the Night Stalker. So does the Fire Snap Cookie. Pops the salve, gets under the tower. Setsu trying to do work. Time Walk, Toss, Avalanche coming through, as well as the Wave of Terror. They don't kill anybody on either side.
Ooh, missing a few spells on both teams there though, like the Avalanche on the Sapphire, the Scatter Blast onto the Night Stalker mid lane. Now the split goes off as well. They're gonna try and chase for the Pugna.
Yeah, they'll focus their attention. They've got the damage and the continual lockdown with the double Centaur from Innocence.
I'm pretty sure the Chen just took over a lane creep there to split his Mud Golem down into two. So I was like, why is this Brewmaster Earth Panda stun really low cooldown? And I realized they had two little Mud Golem shards as well. So the animation just looks the same for both of them.
Oh, God King spotting techies. Immediate TP out.
He has to be so careful though, because he has no idea where the mines are up here. Like, he's just scared the whole time. Bot lane as well, super. Great blink by Faith Pian.
Getting caught again. Time dilation, Avalanche out, but they still have the control to get this kill on the Venge. Ame gets credit for that one. He's getting really close to this Battle Fury for the Void.
Yeah, they've made some good rotations on LGD, especially after this early laning stage problems they had. But God King is having an absolute free game right now. Like, he's got Midas, he had that early death, but nobody's touched him within like the last 5 minutes or so. So yes, Void started to come online and have a good time, but this PL is like real free farm right now.
So a 2k lead for Royal Never Give Up. Nothing to say. Backing off. 2,000 gold away from picking up that Ags. Link Dagger now for the Tiny of Felix Chaba. He's doing really well.
Yeah, that blink's like a super solid timing. Especially after 2 deaths as well, to still get it at 14 minutes is really strong. He somehow found 31 CS in this game, which is more than most Pos4's Tiny's find.
I will say, both though, the Techies and the Chen are pretty farmed.
I mean, Jinkyu's not that farmed. Like, not in comparison to what we've seen from him.
Yeah, but compared to supports, they've garnered themselves a decent chunk of farm. I think Jinkyu in this game's sharing a lot of where he wants to farm. We've seen Chen farming the ancient, in the neutral stacks. We've seen, obviously, Void coming over and farming the neutral stacks. So it's putting Jinkyu in different spots of, where he would like to be farming.
Yeah, Ame's like, dude, you got to farm the stacks last game. I'm farming the stacks this game.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I'm not a Sven this time. I need the farm.
Split gets used. They'll chase. So let's see if they can find anybody. Stun hits onto the Pugna. Look at these Centaurs running. Swap. I don't know if that's in the best spot. They still got the stun. Magic Missile comes in, but SRF hit with the Mortimer's Kisses. They'll get the kill, and now maybe they focus their attention on getting themselves a second. Faith Beyond back to form. Coming over, though, is Setsu, and all of a sudden, Ame, Hand of God, and the Time Walk. So he's able to survive. Blast Off comes in. Silence out on a God King. They get the kill to the Phantom Lancer. They look over at Super with a wave of terror hitting on the 3 of these heroes, but they don't care. They're going to continue to move forward looking for the Venge. Scatter Blast hits. Nothing to say. Gets the kill there, and it's a 3-0 in the favor of LGD and a tier 1 bottom.
Holy crap. I mean, these splits from Faith Beyond are just resulting in so many kills on the map, right? It feels like every time he's used split, he's found something, straight away. They still have Chrono available on the Void, remember, here as well.
Yeah, so they're going to look for a +1. Felix getting chased. Life Drain on the Faith Beyond. Good 2-man stop with Centaur. That means they're able to get the Chronosphere on both these heroes, but Nether Blast, Ame uses the Chrono and now just needs to leap. Crippling Fear, Silence on a 2, right on top of the Void. Toss is not onto the Void, but it won't matter. They've got the damage onto Ame, and they'll take him out. Now they can find themselves Innocence. It was going so well for LGD until they gave those kills right on back.
Lack of communication there. The Sapphire and the Techies had already left. And the Void sees his team in trouble, and he's like, yes, I can come in here, I can fight. But he has Brown Boots Battle Fury. This Void does not do anything. He is a glorified melee creep until he finds more farm in the game. Yeah, and he is going for the Ags as well.
Interesting. The Ags for the Void.
Yeah, it's really good against the PL though, with the Battle Fury. Because you clear through the illusions really quickly. Because you get the time lock prop with the Battle Fury on every single unit around you that you land next to, and with illusions. Very strong.
No, Mortimer, it's not playtime.
Finishing parts of the Ags coming in for SAPPHIRE. Jin-Q starting to set up a lot of defensive mines.
So now they have Gobble Up with the Brewmaster.
Ooh,
Sounds really
Techies
scary.
Getting a Philosopher's Stone.
Of course he does.
Now clap those hands together and you can equivalent exchange anything you want.
Dire's top tower is
I
under
don't know if you
attack.
just heard me have an exorcism there as I hiccuped. That was
Gobble up, spit out. That hits on a Felix. Now they've got the Mortimer's Kisses swap from Super. And they'll kill the Venge. Felix forced back. He's not dead though. So swap's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, Super will be happy for that, to just give his life up in exchange for the kisses and the first Gobble Up reveal, right?
Dire's
From him in
bottom
game
tower
one.
is under
This
attack.
Night Stalker's still having a relatively good time as well, by the way. I love this blink that he's gone for.
Structures are
I
fortified.
think it's really important against these like heroes like Chen, Techies, the Snapfire even particularly as well. Toss back.
Tiny.
Dire's bottom tower
Oh,
has
here's a
fallen.
haste rune though.
Dire's
Since
top
going
tower
into the
is
Guardian
under
Greaves, that'll be some time till he gets that. Still 1,500 gold away from the Ags on Techies, and Ame's got the Blade of Alacrity start on his.
Yeah, you definitely want the Blade of Alacrity first. Helps you farm faster than any of the other items. So, I mean, God King's still having an okay time though on the PL, but I don't know. This defusal first is fine if you can have like good fights with it. So like this fight down in bot lane before, if they'd have managed to take a good fight there with the diffuser, they would have been really happy. But if he buys that item to fight and then they instantly like lose the fight and he dies. Sorry, I've still got hiccups. Then yeah.
Ooh, looking
he's
over,
gonna be
Avalanche
really
toss
bad.
on Innocence. They've got the Centaur stunning up Setsu, trying to bring Faith Beyond in. Now he's got the Primal Split. They'll land the stun. There is a mine there. Not going to do a lot of damage. Here comes SRF,
Centaur
super
stomp.
nearby. But look at this. Swap, save, life drain, and Super, he's in a bit of a bad way. And Fire Snap Cookie, they've got the Chrono down onto the Night Stalker. Mortimer's Kiss is coming through, but the life drain keeps him alive for a second longer. Toss out on another to say God King coming in, mine's down. Now they've got the Centaur Stomp on a God King. He needs to be very careful. Doesn't hit the blast off. So Hand of God focuses attention on the Jin-Q for a second, but the mine goes off. They've got the Diffusal Jin-Q out of mana.
Oh, the
but
mech.
there's the mech from Innocence. They're still going in on the God King. They've got the Centaur stomping him up. They get that kill onto the Phantom Lance, so they look over at Setsu as well as Felix Chao with the time dilation. They'll bring over a
Oh my God,
Golem to
Innocence.
stun over Felix Chauba, stop him from TPing away. They've got the damage, they'll get the kill, they look over, now they found Setsu, they'll continue to chase, Faith Beyond is here, and they should be
TP.
able to get the kill, especially with the Stasis Trap. That locks him up, and that was a full team wipe for LGD.
Holy, I mean, Innocence played like an
Radiant's
absolute
middle
monster
tower
that fight.
is
That was
under
insane. Like, he did so much. Like, he kept Jin-Q alive even longer, so the Night Stalker had to come in and try and help the PL, as he TP'd into the outpost with the mech. Like, the Hand of God kept the Snapfire alive, so she could do enough in that fight as well. Then he took over a Mud Golem to cancel the Tiny's TP.
I think he called in the Mud Golem.
No. You can see where the Mud
Oh,
Golem
yeah,
camp
yeah.
is, just to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the Mud Golems just came up from that camp, just randomly, and he
Yeah,
took
I was
it over
wondering,
and
because
cancelled the Tiny's
he was
TP.
up here.
Who knows?
Your shrine
They're gonna get a
has
rush.
fallen to the Dire.
Ame's really close to the Battle Fury now.
Ags. Sorry.
Sorry, not Battle Fury. You don't need to be sorry. I'm an idiot. It's fine.
$200 gold away. He's getting there quicker than the Techies. Shinky's like,
Ame
this isn't
comes
my
over-
normal game.
yeah.
Come on, guys.
I was going to say, Ame goes to farm bot jungle, and he's like, oh. think he's just blowing up all my
middle
camps.
tower is under attack.
Kicking me out, and I have to listen this time. There's the Ags.
Oh my god. It does so much damage in this AoE against the PL.
Super. Wave of Terror, but level 1 swap's not that good.
What happened to the Night Stalker this game, by the way? He's gone from being like the most scary hero on the map to all of a sudden he's 6th in net worth, almost the same as the techies. And he feels like he's not doing anything anymore. I guess RNG just losing a few fights in a row. This hero is like so momentum based, right?
Radiant's middle
Oh my god, top
is
lane,
under
the
attack.
split.
Getting them to kill an SRF. Now only 50 gold away. They'll have that Ags on the techies. But Ags, after the Battle Fury for the Faceless Void, going into the Daedalus.
Generation.
Faith Beyond, he's going BKB, has the Midas Blink. And Snapfire, Boots of Travel, and Yules.
Techies.
But that's after the Blink Dagger. They're going to go after Jin-Q. They've got
no,
his
the
silence. And the Mines is trying to pull him in. They fear chasing. Gobble up, spit out, down, and Ame. Time dilation, first hit, bash. Felix on the run. Scatterblast, I believe, misses. Yeah, he's
Radiant's
able to blink
middle
away.
tower has been denied.
Venge denies the mid-tier 1 tower as well, but PL has the heart now, by the way, so he's really tanky. It's much more difficult to deal with, but I'm really worried about their damage output now. I think because PL's gone second item heart, I'm really struggling to see how they... Oh, okay. It's alright, it's only super. I'm really struggling to see how they're going to be able to kill this Void when there's like a Chen behind him as well with a mech and Hand of God.
Well, it's going to be a Guardian Greaves soon enough.
They need to somehow take like a really long, drawn-out fight where PL can use this heart to get in and out of the fight, keep chipping away with Diffusal, but they have like Chronosphere and Split on the Dire side. So like, trying to take these long, drawn-out fights is really difficult against these big team fight skills. And again, I'm going to say this Night Stalker, it feels so underwhelming now. Like, this hero doesn't farm fast unless you build an Axe, and he has no way of scaling this game. So because they lost a few fights early on in a row, like, he has no scaling potential going further forward in this game.
But Buyback really sent him back.
Yes, yeah.
Like, that was a massive part of this.
But even then, like, he has no Axe, he has no Midas or anything, for example, right?
Dire's
So
top tower
he just
is
farms
under
so
attack.
slowly.
Radiant's bottom
Super might tank
tower
another
is
smoke
under
gang.
attack.
Gobble up. Spit out. Right on to God King. Mortimer's Kiss is coming through. And now they'll go for this Phantom Lancer. They've got the stun. They have the Chrono. The Mortimer's Kisses gets placed down on a Felix Chaba as well as the Phantom Lancer. They're trying to get the damage out. They have the... Ooh, they have the blast off. That silences up God King. And he's going to end up just getting away with the Doppelganger. However, he runs back into the fight, trying to juke and jive. Won't be able to do so. Jin-Q cleans his life. And he's dead for 65 seconds.
Yeah, a good attempt there by RNG to try and win that fight with the Pugler saves and
still
whatnot.
going.
But a gobble up again. Oh,
Spit out doesn't land on SRF. Setsu.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
look, what did that Night Stalker do in that fight? He doesn't do anything now. He's just not scary.
My thrift reward.
Avalanche toss, magic missile, Chen. Scott Hand of God if needed, as well as the Guardian
Yes,
Greaves. They get the
Greaves.
kill in SRF, so they'll take out one, and now a second Felix dies. Super and Setsu, they can only just watch.
Yeah, this game's getting out of control. They're not having fun on RNG here. Like, this Pugner's fell off a cliff really hard. It's 1-5 and 3.
Radiant's
Like,
top
this
tower
Tiny had this
is
really
under
good start to the
attack.
game. He gets Blink at 14 minutes. You know, how many successful Blink Alpha tosses have we seen from him since?
Radiant's top tower.
Like, they need to be able to
has fallen.
find pickoffs on the map and whatnot with the Night Stalker, the Tiny, maybe like the Pugner +1 potentially as well. But LGD are just grouping up as 5 with these big teamfight spells that they have and not giving them the opportunity to find pickoffs. Unless it's on, like, maybe Jin-Q
I'll have to
or...
come back here.
I mean, that's about it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And you definitely don't want to run to where Jin-Q is on the map because there's just mines everywhere there.
Not going to be safe anywhere.
This Chen's so farmed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Man, it just has Greaves at like 25 minutes into the game, and now they have to try and fight into not just the Chronos split, but like Hand of God and Greaves as well.
Jinky, we're running into the illusions. All of a sudden, a lot of his mana is gone. He needs to back away. We've got the Avalanche as well as the toss coming in onto the Chen, and Chen, he ends up dying. Have the Hand of God, Stasis Trap locks up God King, and now they've got the Fire Snap Cookie and the damage to take out the Phantom Lancer. Down goes Super, will take Setsu's life as well.
Oh, it's so funny just watching Mines 100-0 somebody.
Yeah, that is not a fun time for RNG. Kame going Satanic. But that's because he's got the Daedalus finished.
Wow. He just time walked on a creep wave and the whole wave died. So,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
good stuff.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Feels good.
I'm surprised he's not going BKB now. He's going Satanic instead. You know, I feel like against the Night Stalker, Puck, and a Tiny, the only way you died is if you get bursted really quickly somehow. Especially against the Night Stalker with that AoE silence.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, maybe he feels like he can just get away with it this game.
Don't underestimate the power of
13k lead. Things are looking very tough for whenever you go up. 25-9 in favor of LGD. Like, what's the answer here? If you kill the Void, like, yeah, you can bring it back, but even then, it still doesn't feel like...
I mean, this Brewmaster's huge as well. Like, he has Midas BKB. Like, he's scaling well, moving forward. I think it's nothing to say going Aether Lens. And he's going Yules on the Snapfire. Okay. They really need this Night Stalker BKB to be able to take fights, I think. But even then, like, it's going to feel so underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally really dislike this heart that Gokking's gone for a second item. I think they needed a way of being able to take fights early on with this tempo line that they have with the Night Stalker and the Pugna still.
He's still just dying, too, even with the heart.
Exactly. Mid lane.
We'll go after the Night Stalker. They'll also find the Tiny for Staff. Time Walk. Ooh, avoids it, but the Gobble Up and the Spit Out. Jinku gets the kill, and they'll continue their focus on the Felix Java. They'll get a +1. 2 heroes down to the side of RNG.
Just getting picked off one by one at the moment, unfortunately, and now Jinky has more net worth than the Pugna or the Night Stalker.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's the fourth core effect.
It's not
even
well,
after
it's the fifth core effect. Look at where Chen is. He's in front of the Night Stalker.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is
He's getting
under
recalled
attack.
back into the fight by the Chen here as well after going back to
Dire's
base
top
for mana.
tower is under attack.
Time to push.
Be very tough for them to fight into this. Gobble Up, Spit Out. Now
Radiant's middle tower
Brewmaster
is
making the
fortified.
jump forward, pops the BKB. Mortimer's Kiss is coming down, but not really doing much of
buyback.
anything. They'll buy back on the Night Stalker. They'll send the Illusions forward, but they've lost the Tier 3 as well as the melee racks. Fire Snap Cookie lands onto the Night Stalker. They've got the Centaur. They continue to just hit these heroes, bash them up. They've got the Chrono down, and it catches this Venge. It was the swap. And I believe gets God King out of that one, but the right clicks come through, and of course it's the blast off that kills off God King. GG gets called by Royal Never Give Up, and LGD reverse sweep RNG.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think a lot of this game is the Innocence Chen. I think he played incredibly well here. This was a really good showing, and I think Faith Bian as well on the Brewmaster was always making things happen whenever the split was off cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
That Night Stalker was
every time.
Yeah, that Night Stalker's trying to build BKB for like 15 minutes, it felt like. I'm going to look at his net worth progression quickly. Yeah, that's rough. That is so rough. The second half of that game, 15 minutes he has 5.1k net worth. 31 minutes he has 7.8k net worth.